Good morning, everyone. I welcome you to this wonderful session. I will be teaching you on how to find statistics, which includes your standard deviation, and also how to graph this particular question in a graph paper. So, this question is actually very simple, and it is one of the questions that should be able to get everything in your exam. So, the question was stating, the frequency distribution table shows the amount of money spent by customers at a particular shop. Then they say calculate the standard deviation. Now, the formula for standard deviation, which you should be able to know, is this one. Standard deviation is equal to the square root of the summation of all frequencies multiplied by 2 over summation of all frequencies minus your mean. Okay, so this is your formula for standard deviation. Now, the first thing you would want to find is simply your mean. How do you find your mean? The mean is going to be given by, you're going to get this value, you open the bracket, and then you find the midpoint. The midpoint is where you add this one and this one, then you divide by 2. So 20 plus 0 is 20. 20 divided by 2, it's 10. So I'm going to put a 10 here. Plus, I go to the next one, which is 20, open bracket. Then 20 plus 40 divided by 2. I'm going to get a 30. The same 30, I go to the next one, which is 55. Next, 40 plus 60. Divide by 2. So 40 plus 60 is giving me 100. Divide by 2 is giving me 50. Plus, I go to the next one, which is 18. So I open the bracket, then it's 60 plus 80 is giving me 140. Divided by 2, we are going to have a 70 here. Plus, then this is going to be 80 plus 100 divided by 2. It's giving us 90. So here we're going to put a 2 and then 90 inside. Then everything you will be dividing by 100. So you're going to say divide by 100. Okay, you are dividing by 100. Then you can punch everything at the same time. We see what we are going to get. So 5 open bracket 10 plus 20 open bracket 30 inside plus 55 open bracket 50 inside plus 18 open bracket 70 inside plus 2 open bracket 90 inside. So you are going to get something like 40 over 100. Then you find your mean. So divide by 100, we are going to get 48.4. Now, the next part that we need to find, because we have already found this part, we need to find this particular part, which is the summation of all frequencies to the power 2 over summation of all frequencies. So we're going to say summation of all frequencies x to the power 2 over summation of all frequencies is going to equal to, then we are going to pick the same thing. So we started with 5. Notice what I'm doing. I have 5, then I open the bracket. This time around, I'll just be putting a power 2. So the same thing I'll repeat, but I'll just be putting a power 2. (50 power 2) plus 18 70 power 2 plus 2, then 90 power 2. Then everything will be divided by 100. So you'll be dividing everything by 100. Then your summation of all frequencies of x to the power 2 over frequency is going to equal to, So you punch everything at the same time. So it will be 5 open bracket 10 to the power 2 plus 20 open bracket 30 to the power 2 plus 55 open bracket 50 to the power 2, like that, plus I have 18 there, 18, 18, I open the bracket, then I'm going to say 70 to the power 2 plus 2. You open the bracket, you put 90 inside to the power 2. I've punched everything at the same time. Then I'm getting 260400 over 100. So I can cancel this side and this side. And then my summation of all frequencies x to the power 2 over summation of all frequencies. You just cancel those guys. You're going to remain with 2604. Now from here, what do? We can find our SD using the same formula. So we're going to say SD is going to equal to this part we have already found to be this one. So I'm going to put that guy in my square root. So it's going to be 2604 minus, then what was the mean? The mean was 48.4. Then don't forget to put a power 2. Okay? So we are going to put a power 2 because we have a power 2 here. So now what is going to be our final SD? Let's check. So we are going to say 2604 minus 48.4 to the power 2. We are getting 261. So this is going to be 261.44. Then of course SD is going to equal to, then you find the square root of this, it's going to be 16.169. So our SD is going to equal to 16.2. So we get our final answer. Now we go to the next part of the question, which is saying, using the information in the frequency distribution table, complete the cumulative frequency. How do you complete cumulative frequency? It's actually very simple. You are going to be adding this 0, you add it to this 5. So 0 plus 5, it gave you 5. This 5 added to 20, it will give you 25. This 25 added to 55, 25 plus 55, it will give you 80. This 80 added to 18, it will give you 98. This 98 added to 2, it will give you 100. So by finding this, you already have 6 marks, and by finding this, you already have 1 mark. Now we go to the next part of our question, which was saying, we answer part 2 and 3 of the question 7b on the grid on page 16. So they are saying we use a horizontal scale of 2 cm to represent 20 units on the x-axis. So of course you fill in your details and stuff. Now, before anything, we label. So this is going to be our amount. So this is going to be x, is going to be y. So in the x, we are going to put our amount. So this is going to be our amount in kwacha. And then in the y, we are going to put our cumulative frequency. Okay. So let's put our cumulative frequency. So it's going to be cumulative frequency. Cumulative is going to be cumulative frequency. Now we can plot. So they are saying we are using 2 cm to represent 20 units on the x-axis. So this is going to be my 0. I can say this is going to be my 0 here. Okay, let me just reduce on the pen. Okay, it's okay. 0, I can say this is going to be my 20. I can say this is going to be my 40. This is going to be my 60. This is going to be my 80. This is going to be my 100. Okay? So this is going to be in the x-axis. Okay, then I can plot my line. Sorry. Okay, that is my line. Then in the y-axis, they are saying 2 centimeter to represent 10 units in the y-axis. So 2 centimeter to represent 10 units. So this is going to be my 0. And then this is going to be my 10. This is going to be my 20. This is going to be my 30. This is going to be my 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, then 100. Okay? So this is supposed to be in the x-axis. So let me just increase my pen a bit. Okay, so from there we can also graph it. Okay, so this is going to be, let me see. Okay, so basically that is how my graph is going to look like. Now, we can plot. So we are going to be using this to plot. Okay, so 0, 0 is here. This is going to be your 0, 0. Okay, let me just maybe use another color. So 0, 0 is going to be here. Next, they are saying 20, 5. So 20, 5 is going to be here. Next, 40, 25. 40, 25 is going to be here. Next, they are saying 60, 80. So 60 in the x, 80 in the y. Is here. It's here. And then they say 80, 98. So 80, 98. 98 is somewhere here. Okay. Then 100, 100. So we're going to go where 100 is. It's here. So now we can draw a graph. So our graph is going to come out like this. Then it goes on like that. And then it will go on like that. Okay, this is our graph. Okay, this is how you draw your graph. Now, the next question is asking you to say, showing your method clearly, use your graph to estimate the semi-interquartile range. So they want us to find our semi-interquartile range, which is equal to 1/2, open bracket, then we're going to say third quartile minus first quartile. Now, how do you get your third quartile? So, this is how it will be. It's actually very simple. Okay? To solve your third quartile, you're going to say third quartile is going to equal to, because it's, remember, these are quarters. Quarters is 1/4. A quarter is 1/4. So third quartiles is going to be 3/4. Then you'll be multiplying it by 100. So third quartile is equal to, so 3 multiplied by 100, you're going to get 300. Then divide by 4, you're going to get a 75. So this 75, you're going to go where 75 is, which is at this point. Then you draw a line. So this is your third quartile. Then you're going to push this line beneath. Okay? You push this line beneath. Like that. So it will fall somewhere at 57. So your third quartile is going to equal to 57. Okay? Then you find your first quartile. So first quartile, sorry, let me just write it somewhere else. So first quartile is equal to 1/4 multiplied by 100, which is going to be 100 divided by 4, which is going to be 25. Okay? Then you go where 25 is. 25 is just here. You do the same thing. That is going to be your first quartile. Then you bring it down. You're going to get a 40. So your first quartile is equal to 40. Then you can find your third quartiles, your interquartile range. So semi-interquartile range is equal to 1/2, open bracket. Then you're going to put your 57 minus 40. Then, so 57 minus 40 is going to equal to 17. So this is going to be 1/2, then 17 inside, 17 divided by 2, and then you're going to get your semi-interquartile range of 8.5. And that is exactly how you solve this particular question. If you found this video interesting and helpful, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the like button, and also don't forget to share. And if you would want to register for personal lessons, just make sure that you inbox me on 077 66 40 46. Even on WhatsApp, I'll be able to respond to you. Thank you so much.